Hello, if you've just joined me. I can't see who that is, but hello, whoever you are. I thought I had loads and loads of time to prepare, and then all of a sudden it's 8 o'clock. So I'll just give a few minutes to wait for people to come onto the live. Oh, hello there, Wendy. How are you, Wendy? Hi there, Karen. So it could be that you're watching this video from YouTube, which is going to be about a week delay between this Facebook Live and YouTube. So I'm just going to wait a few minutes just for people to come onto the live. So you might want to just skim through the video a little bit. I'm hoping you can hear me. Somebody give me, bonsoir, Alison. Somebody give me a thumbs up just so that you can hear me. It's been a while since I've done a live. I've kind of forgotten the drill. Oh dear, I can't see any lights. Does that mean that people can't hear me? I know there's a bit of a delay on this. Somebody tell me you can hear me. Oh, good. It's a little bit of a panic there. I was starting to think, I'm sure I've got everything set up right. I turn my speakers off so that if there's any pinging or anything, it can't be heard. Hi there, Victoria. So I hope everybody is well. It has been a really long time since I've done a Facebook Live. In fact, it was April. I did one in the Easter holidays, so that's the last time I did one. So that is more than 3 months ago. I wish I could move this little icon. It says the like button has moved. Yes, thank you very much for telling me that, Facebook. But actually, you're covering up the comments. I'm just going to stick a like on there. And there it is, it's gone. What's it like over in France? Is it lovely and sunny? It's lovely and sunny here in Wales. What about in France, Alison? Just while I'm waiting for any more to come on, we've got about half a dozen at the moment. It would be nice if there are some others. Something nice and simple this evening. This is about colour this evening, about mixing up colour. Excuse me, and how I like to mix up colour. And I like to put a pop of black into some of my projects. So for this one, I've used the hand-penned Petals, I think that's what it's called, stamp set. Oh, hello there, Anne. Sunny in Scotland, that's good. Oh, cloudy and dull in France. Oh dear, it's not been we've not really had the best weather these last few days. All that heat wave that we had a week ago, and now it's gone a little bit on the chilly side. So welcome there, Anne from Scotland. So yes, I'm going to be doing something similar to this. I think what I'll do is I will crack on, and I'll try and keep an eye on the comments, but at the same time keep an eye on this as well. So for this particular card, it is going to be a basic black card base. And for this card, I used Melon Mambo, which I don't use half as much as I would like to. It's a lovely colour, with white. And I've got Melon Mambo ink and Old Olive ink. But what I wanted was to have some black in here, and I didn't do it. So the project didn't quite go as I wanted, but I kept the black in these circles. So I'm going to be using, and I've put my circle dies down. There they are. I have got them out ready. And so I'm using black with some of the card from the Brights collection. Sunny but cold in up north. Didn't Karen have her heating on the other day? It's against the law to have your heating on in August. Can't do that. And in July, it's not allowed. So nice and simple, because I didn't want to do complicated tonight, because I haven't done a live for so long, and I thought I can't do complicated because it will all go wrong. So it's the same theme as this, but I'm going to be using colour and contour, which I really love, and I'm going to be using Granny Apple Green. Hi there, Tracy. And Pacific Point. I love these two colours. I certainly don't use Pacific Point enough. For those of you that have been demonstrators or shoppers or users of Stampin' Up for a while, we had a colour called Blueberry Bushel, which I just adored. I loved that colour. Pacific Point is a bit similar to that, but it's a bit brighter. So I love these two colours. So it's Melon Mambo for that one, which is one of the brights, and I'm going to be making 2 more cards. Victoria's had a jumper on. Good grief. I've just been in a summer dress today. I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't read a comment partway through me saying something. I shouldn't do that. So I'm going to make 2 more cards using colour and contour, but using these 2 colours. And what I want to do is combine black and white, and then for each card, one of the brights colours. So let's get cracking. And a piece of A4 black, basic black, and I'm just going to cut that in half. Oh, it's nice to be doing lives again. I'm going to try and do one every day this week. So I'm just going to slice that down the long side at 5 3/4. Yeah, I love those colours too, Victoria. They are, every day I've got a favourite. I saw something on Facebook earlier on. I can't remember who asked the question. And it was, what is your favourite Stampin' Up colour? And I thought, if I have to make a choice, I was trying to join a Facebook group. And it said, what's your favourite Stampin' Up colour? And I had to really think about it, and I thought, God, it changes every day. But if I had to make a choice, and I'd like some of you to answer this as well, if I had to make a choice, it would have to be Night of Navy. So I'd love to know from everybody that's on the call at the moment, what's your favourite Stampin' Up colour? And what I'm doing while you're going to answer that is I'm just going to score down the long side of each of these at 4 1/8. So these measure 8 1/4 by 5 3/4, and on the long side I'm going to score at 4 1/8. And you can tell me what your favourite Stampin' Up colours are. Oh, Alison's with me, Night of Navy. Karen, Bermuda Bay. Yeah, I don't use that anywhere near enough either. Any others? So we've got 2 for Night of Navy at the moment, so that's me and Alison. And then we've got a Bermuda Bay. For a minute there, I thought Karen was going to say early espresso or cinnamon cider. It is difficult to choose. It absolutely is. So I've got 2 card bases there. And the next thing I'm going to do is take, I've got 2, I tried to find some scraps of these. Just joking with you, Karen. Well, I'm going to make you choose, Victoria. I've made a choice. I find a different one every day. I'm sure you can find something to choose. If you had to craft with a colour today, what would it be? So I didn't have enough scrap for these, so I had to get out 2 full pieces of A4 in the Pacific Point and in the Granny Apple Green. So I'm going to trim each of these down to 4 inches by 5 5/8. So I'm trying to think what I would make later on this week. And I'm not sure. There'll be a fun fold in there. Without a doubt, a fun fold. And I'll do a 3D one as well. I'll try and stick to 8 o'clock. But I might try and put a couple of daytime ones in as well. I'm quite busy in the daytime this week. Hadn't intended it to be like that, but that's how it's ended up being. But if I can get a couple of daytime ones in, then I will. So that was 4 inches by 5 and 5/8. Now, what I want to do next is emboss these. The project is, I mean, it doesn't matter if it's not embossed, but I just found that the project was quite flat without it being embossed. And I always make sure, I haven't got lots and lots of embossing folders because they don't always stay in the catalogue that long. So I always make sure that I've got at least one embossing folder to just to give my project a bit of texture. So this one is, I've forgotten the name of it, something floral. I've completely forgotten the name of this. Oh goodness, it's gone out of my head. Nothing stays in my head for very long these days. I'm going to tell you what it is. It's not something floral at all. It's called Pretty Flowers. So there's all of our embossing folders there in the catalogue, and that's Pretty Flowers. So each of these I'm going to put through my big shot. So I'm going to go out of shot for a minute. Oh, we've had some comments. Let's have a look. Evening Evergreen. I like that one as well. Yeah, soft succulent. I did think about doing soft succulent for this project, but it needed a bright. So I'm just going to run these through the big shot. See if they're crashing about here. These won't go through my cut and emboss because I bought the mini and not the big machine. So there's one. Just makes such a difference when it's been embossed. And let's just quickly do this one. I think the reason I like Night of Navy and Evening Evergreen is that I think they are nice alternatives to basic black. They're dark enough. The same with basic grey. I like that one as well. Right, that's both of those done. I just think the black in the background. Oh, Ali, hello there. Yeah, well, I need to get in touch with you, Ali, because if I've got 5 minutes somewhere, I need to make a point of meeting up with you before I go back to work. So I will get that message over. Despite being on holiday, the last 2 weeks have been a bit frantic. So I think the black really enhances the colour, and I think white does that as well. With these brights, it really makes them pop. Hello there, Hazel. Right, I need to find some glue. Here it is. I'm getting towards the end of this, so I might have to dig another one out. Hello there, Sylvia. I hope it's not too early for you this morning. Well, I know it's this evening here, but what time is it there? Probably some unearthly hour in the morning, isn't it? Poor Sylvia. I either catch her first thing in the morning or it's last thing at night. Oops. That's not sticking very well. Oh, I'm having to rescue that. That's it. Got it. Oh. Hazel likes the polished pink and fresh freesia. I love the polished pink. I made a project with that the other day. Can't remember what I've done with it. I really like it. I'm trying to find it. Can't be that far away. I only made it the other day. Oh, that's everything falling over. No, I can't find it. I made a really nice project using polished pink. Oh gosh, what was that? I can't remember now. Oh, I think it was something I made for a friend's birthday card. So it's in an envelope now. (7:15 in the morning). Well, it's not too bad then. That could be a lot worse. Okay. So there are my card bases. So that embossing just lifts it a little bit. I'm hoping I haven't missed anybody's comments. Oh, it was Tracy. It said polished pink and fresh freesia, and Hazel's agreeing with you. They are lovely colours. I'm loving the in colours for this year. They are. I love last year's as well. Absolutely love Misty Moonlight and Magenta Madness, and this year's I think are just as good. So there are my card bases. I'm just going to put those to one side for a moment, and I need some basic black, and I need 2 strips of this. Now in this card I took the black right up to the top of the Melon Mambo, not Melon Mambo at all, Mango Melody. Was I calling this? Oh, was I getting the name wrong earlier? This is Mango Melody. Oh, gosh. And I've made this too big, so I need to make that a bit smaller. So this was 5 5/8. I need my black piece to be 2 1/8 by 5 1/2. And then what I'll have is a border of the green or the blue around it. So 2 1/8. 2 of those. By 5 1/2. And then what that's going to do, I need to get some white out in a second. What that's going to do is just sit there, so there's now a border around it. And it's up to you when you make this card whether it goes in the middle. I don't like it in the middle, I like it over at the side here. That's the style that I use on a lot of my cards. But this card wasn't about the style of it. This is about using colour and enhancing colour, and also doing something nice and easy for my first Facebook Live for a long time. So they're going to sit there, but I'm not going to stick them yet. I need some Whisper White, which I don't think I got any out ready. Yes, I have. I'm actually prepared. Good grief. Got 15 people on this call. Wow. Right. This white paper is going to be 2 inches by 5 3/8. Only 2 of those. Actually, I could have cut that the other way. Never mind. 5 3/8. I hope I haven't missed any comments. Now, what I'm going to do with these is I want to stamp them using the 2 different colours that I'm using here and Memento for the black. I really want there to be black. Let me show you what I've already done. This isn't one I can use, but so I've got the black for the outline of the flower, and then I've used the Pacific Point and the Granny Apple Green to colour it in. So let's just start with the Pacific Point. Let me just get my block ready. And my stamp. So this is the stamp set that I'm using. That's the stamp for the flower, and that colours it in. Got this on here as well. We've got the speckle on there. I was going to use it, but oh, I could do. Yeah, I might do. And then we've got this as well. And then we've got those petals. I'm not going to be using that though. I think I'm going to be using this sentiment, thank you for everything. But at the moment I'm just going to be using those. Okay, so I can actually stamp both of these with the black. So I'm just going to go off. I've got a squeaky desk. I've tried to locate the squeak and to stop it squeaking, but it doesn't want to know. So you just have to put up with that for the moment. I'm just going to put that there. I want to get a full one in there. They get partly hidden by the sentiment anyway. I'll just put that there. I'll do the same with this one. Oh, do you have the big cut and emboss then, Hazel? I was really in two minds. No worries, Victoria. I was in two minds whether to get the mini or the full size cut and emboss, but I've already got a big shot. So I decided to go for the mini, which could be quite good if I ever, once we get events. Oh, blast it. If ever we get events back up and running again, it's nice to be able to have a mini cut and emboss to be able to take out and about. Oh, that squeak is getting on my nerves. Oh, this does not want to stamp very well. Just pretend we haven't seen that. And where is it's the top to that. I haven't seen the mini embossing folders. Which ones are the minis? And my Stamp and Scrub has gone walkabouts. I can't even see that. It's not on my shelf. I'm going to need that in a minute. I can't see it. I can't even see it on my desk. Right, okay. Right, we'll do the green first. There it is. It's underneath something. Sorry, I just need to clean that off. Otherwise I'll forget. Okay, so I'm just going to just colour these in. I don't know if there is an actual way that these match. There probably is roughly, but I just think if you've got the petals more or less going in the same direction, then it's fine. I think it's just nice as a splodge of colour. So we've got loads happening tomorrow. We've got our new mini catalogue goes live that has all of the Christmas bits and pieces in there, Halloween and autumn things. So I've been showing some of those off on my blog and on my YouTube channel over the last month, although I've really only been active for the last couple of weeks. For some reason, work just went absolutely balmy in the last, I felt like the last 6 weeks. And I had no time to do anything. So the catalogue goes live, and I'll put a link to that on this Facebook page tomorrow. But we also have a great joining offer. So if you've ever contemplated joining Stampin' Up, as well as the usual choosing £130 worth of goods and paying 99, during the celebration period you can also choose a free bundle. This just does not want to stamp there. I might have to try and do that again. In fact, what I'll do is turn it that way and maybe put my sentiment at the top. I daren't stamp that again. I'm going to try and cover that up. So I've got my two stamped white DSP there. The mini ones are Meadow Moments, Checks and Dots. That doesn't even ring a bell to me, that one. Greenery, Thanks and Hello. I need to have a look at those. They have, I had been looking, clearly not well enough. So I'm going to stick those on there now like that. So yeah, I'll put details of the joining offer. They'll be on my blog. And I'm going to leave links to everything in the comments box shortly. But the details will be on my blog from tomorrow. And there'll be a YouTube video about them as well. And I'll show you all of the different bundles that are going to be free if you join. I mean, the joining offer itself is always generous. And remember as well, after that, you're then entitled to a 20% discount on all future purchases. So you end up with £130 worth of goods that you pay £99 for that are delivered free to your door. And then you get a bundle on top of that, which can be worth anything up to over £50. So you could potentially be receiving everything almost half price. That's a fantastic offer. So if you are thinking about that, and if you are from the UK, France, Germany, Austria or Holland, then get in contact with me and I can tell you all about it. You also get to join my team. Okay, so started with that. So for this one, I'm going to put the sentiment in the middle. For this one, we're going to put the sentiment up here and try and, does it not smudge on my board? No, they don't. The thing with these inks is that they go off extremely quickly. I very rarely have an issue with smudging. So when you say on the board, do you mean on there? Or on there? That's not stamped there because I've got a ridge on my desk and I've tried to stamp it on there and it's missed it where the ridge is. So next up, let's go back to my original. I need to cut out or die cut 2 black scalloped circles, 1 each of the Pacific Point and Granny Apple Green circles, and then 2 white circles. So I had some scrap lying about. I've got one of them and one of those, and I'm going to get my little mini cut and emboss out. He's so cute. And I need to work out what I've done with my plates. So these are the layering circle dies that I'm using. There are, I can't remember how there are in total, 16 I think. And there are 8 each. I hope you can see this. There are 8 each of the straight edge and 8 each of the scalloped ones. they're a really good thing to have in your craft stash. So let's find some black card, which has decided to walk away. Did have a spare piece. I couldn't have done. Oh yeah, I chopped it up, didn't I? So I'm just going to very quickly get another piece out. I don't think I've got any more scrap of this. Sorry, I'm just sorting this card out. Be there in a sec. Right, let's just get a bit of scrap of this black so that I can die cut it. Okay, so we've got these little mini plates, and I put that plate down, put that down. Remember to put the die face down onto the card and then run that through. So this is the mini one. They are only 3 inches wide. Sorry, everything's now shaking. Sorry. I'm going to send that through the other way so I can get another one. The great thing about die cutting, it does take a bit of an investment in a die cutting machine and dies, but you get really intricate shapes and they're spot on. So I'm going to send that through again. And maybe if you're thinking of joining, it could be then your more expensive purchase that you would think to put in your starter kit. And if you're thinking what to put in your starter kit, oh, I can't get this going when I'm trying to talk and craft at the same time. If you want some advice as to what you put in your starter kit, then just give me a shout. So I've got 2 scallop circles, and then in both green and in the blue, so in Pacific Point and Granny Apple Green, I then want the medium size straight edge. You could use whatever edge you wanted. This has just been my personal preference. Squeaky table. So there's one in Granny Apple Green. And one in Pacific Point. Just run that through and then we're done with those, and I'm just going to do a couple of white ones. So now I've got a smaller circle. Just grab some scrap of white. And I am almost done with this. Get this out of the way. Right. I'll show you what I've got in a second. Get these out of the way. Okay, don't need that at the moment. So as you can see, I've got all of this now coordinating. So the black, I think, makes the green pop, which then is going to make the ink on this stand out as well. And there's the blue. Like that. So we're going to stamp on each of these. And the stamp set that I'm going to use I'm going to stick with colour and contour. This one came from the Welcoming Windowsill. Sending sunshine for a beautiful birthday. These two are going to be thank you cards. So thank you for everything. I'm just going to check they fit. Sorry, it's a horrible noise. Yeah, they fit quite nicely on there. I think what's good about these cards, you could get them done in a production line if you were making, if you wanted to make a stack of birthday cards, you could get a stack of them done. And I think what I might do is create almost like a shopping list of the stamp set, the inks and the card, the embossing folder, and I'll leave a link for those later on today. And you know, if you wanted to put those in your basket and make a whole load of these cards, you could have an A4 pack of all of the brights, so you can make them in all of the different colours. And then you wouldn't necessarily have to stamp them in all of those colours. You could choose how you want to do that. Anyway, let's just get this stamped. There's the Pacific Point. I could have been a bit more central there. It's really difficult to do when you've got a camera above you and can't get your head over it. So I'll just wipe that off and then I'll get the green ink out. See if I can get this one a little bit better central, and it's over that ridge of the table. This isn't really a proper desk, it's actually a camping table, and I bought it because I was having to teach from home. And it's huge, this table, but it is only a camping table. Right, let's just now get these layered up. So what I did with these is the medium-sized disc. Just stick that with liquid glue onto the black circle. And then with mini stamping dimensionals, which I've put away. I keep doing that, I keep putting them away and then realising I need them. So this just gives it a little bit of height. And then if you wanted to, you could perhaps put some ribbon behind it, or perhaps put some rhinestones on there, entirely up to you. And then I'm just going to put that on there, but I'm just going to put dimensionals on this half here, just so that it stands up a little bit more. So tomorrow, what would you like to see? I could do something that is predominantly stamping, or I could do a fun fold, or I could do a 3D project. I'd love to know what you think. Oh, I've done it the wrong way round. Did dimensionals on that one. It doesn't matter. It's not wrong at all. It's just a different way of doing it. Also, what I could do, if you're thinking, well, I don't want to join, and perhaps I don't want to think about buying lots of things, maybe you might think that you would like to just buy some of these products to be able to, maybe like a bit of a kit. So if you're thinking that and you would just like to buy some of these things just so that you could make a few of these cards, let me know. I'm sure we can put something together for you. I can't pre-stamp things. I'm not allowed to do that. Stampin' Up get a bit upset about that, so I can't send anything pre-stamped. But something like this, if you had a stamp set that was really multi-purpose, that could do some images, it's got happy birthday things on there, they're quite a good, they're good value for money because you get lots of use out of them. So if that's something that you're thinking of doing, all you need to do is just drop me a line, just leave something in there, you know, come and message me. There are lots of other ways in which you can contact me, on my blog, on my YouTube channel. If you know me personally, then you're able to send me a message that way. And I'm going to leave some links in the comment box of different ways that you can contact me. But there we have 2 cards made in about 40 minutes with me talking as well. So you can get a bit of a production line going on those, but I absolutely love just the 3 colours with the black, the colour and the white. Just to make those colours really, really stand out. If there's something in particular that you'd like me to see me do tomorrow, I will try and do tomorrow evening. I'm not going to be able to do tomorrow during the day, but Wednesday I'm going to try and do a morning live crafting. I've got to go out in the afternoon. Thank you very much. I've got to go out in the afternoon. I'm going to be away for a few hours, so maybe Wednesday morning do some crafting, but tomorrow it will be in the evening. So if there's anything in particular that you'd like to see, please let me know. Drop me a line by tomorrow lunchtime, because that's probably the earliest I'll get to think about it. But in the meantime, thank you ever so much for joining me this evening. I hope you've liked what I've made tonight and that it inspires you to get crafting. Thank you Tracy, thank you Ali. And yeah, and hopefully I'll see you all back tomorrow evening. Thank you, Sylvia. See you all soon. Thank you, Alison. Bye-bye.